is Adi Mohammed Aryan. I make videos and I post them on YouTube. I know that no one is going to watch this, but still, uh, why am I posting this video? Because I like doing this and I need to study. I have not studied in a long time. I have exams in the near future and I need to study some things, and I'm trying to just mix two things that I like and some things I don't like together so that I can study. Mainly that's the goal here. Okay, so today we're going to study physics. We're going to learn about electricity. Okay, so there are some terms here that I will not be able to say in English, probably because I'm dumb and I don't know stuff, and also because I'm from Bangladesh and I study in Bangla. As I study in Bangla, I know most of the terms in Bangla, and for that I don't know the exact proper terms for some words in English. So yeah, I will say a couple of Bangla words in middle of this video, and I will try to remember the proper terms if I know them. If I don't, then I'm very sorry. Why am I being sorry? No one's watching this, so whatever. Okay, so let's start. Okay, first, in this chapter we have to learn about charge. What is charge? Okay, so it's we know, yeah, so we know atoms, right? Like atoms, yeah, they're called atoms, molecules, whatever. Atoms, there's a middle, and then there is something like this, and then there is this. So in here, uh, this is electron, this is negative, electron negative, there is something positive here and something neutral here. So there is electron, proton and neutron. Neutron is neutral, proton is positive. So the, what is it called in Bangla? It's called dharma. The dharma is of its same things in English terms. My brother came and I got scared. Whatever. In English terms, dharma usually means religion, but in this case it's not religion. It means the properties. It kind of means like the properties of each of them, which defies them, which differentiates them from each other. Like electrons properties are of negative, so and protons are positive, so electrons and protons try to come together, and electrons, whatever, you know the positive negative thing, I hope. If you don't, then why are you studying this, or whatever. Yeah, so this is what charge is. So it's like their properties, the properties each of these molecules have. That's what called a charge, or in Bangla it's adhan, whatever. Now of course we know that the charge of electron is minus 1.6 into 10 inverse 19, right? It's 19, yeah, it's 19. I think coulomb is, I think, C. I'm not sure, I need to see if you guys can see what I'm saying. I hope you guys are. Whatever. And proton is the same, um, electron and proton, and by the way, this is negative sign, and proton is, what is it, it's plus, right? It's plus 1.6 into 10 inverse 19 coulomb, right? Okay, so this is not exactly what something we're going to use in this chapter. We're just learning about charge, and I thought that we need to remember this. I have a note of this. It's in Bangla, so that's a problem, but I am going to put this note in the description, I think, but I might not, because I will probably forget about it, and who cares, whatever. Also, why am I doing this, whatever. Okay, so we have learned about charge, and we have learned about electrons and protons charge. It is in electrons case it is minus 1.6 into 10 inverse 19, and in protons case it's plus 1.6 into 10 inverse 19, whatever. Coulomb, in both cases it's coulomb, whatever. Now we are going to learn about what is it? It's kind of called, it's like a machine that from which you will know if something, if an object is uh, positive or negative. The what is it called, charge of an object is positive or negative. If you are thinking why am I sweating that much, because the fan is turned off, because I'm recording in a phone. If I turn on the fan, the sound would be terrible. And also, why am I speaking in English? Because my English needs to be good. I'm trying to make my English better, but I usually study in Bangla and make my notes in Bangla, and my English is quite terrible, and I'm trying to make it better. That's why I'm making this video in English, so I learn how to speak in English, and to ready myself in for the far future, even if there is a future in which I will stand in a stage and teach people in English, whatever. Probably not, probably there is no such reality in which that would happen, but whatever, who knows. Right now we are going to learn about electroscope. Electroscope is what is it called? It's a device, right? It's a device. It's a device which is kind of like this. It's like, so this is like a glass bottle, glass. There is like a cork here which doesn't let any air pass through this thing. So this is the thing. Yeah, and then there is, okay, yeah. So there is this metal rod here. There's two pieces of, okay, whatever. Let me draw this first. Okay. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So this is the thing. It's a terrible drawing. I cannot draw in big size in boards. I can draw in smaller scales. Yeah, whatever. So this is some conductive materials. This is a non-conductive material, and this is two very thin slices of gold. The reason of this being here is when you take an object and you flow electricity through it. I mean, not exactly electricity, you touch it with this, like you take an object, you let's say I take this, I charge it with something, let's say my hair. There's a thing in this chapter in which, like, they say that if we take a pen and we rub it in our hair, there's a certain amount of charge gets created, which is true. And let's say we charge it and we put it in here, this marker, terrible drawing, and let's say it's negative, right? So when the negative charge comes from this side and it travels through this line, travels through this and comes to this. So if this is if this thing, if the charge is positive, okay. So something I have forgotten to say before, that before we do this, we have to charge it with something else. Like, okay, so let's say I have done this and I have put something here. It's I have put negative, something with negative charge in here, for which this whole contraction has been charged negatively. I think the word is contraction. If I'm wrong, correct me please. Whatever. So let's say it's right here, it's negative, right? Okay. Now we take something that we don't know what the charge of that object is. We put it in here. Now we see if the distance between these two thin slices reduce or increase. If the distance, the gap in between them gets reduced, that means the thing is positive. If the negative sides get closer, that means this thing is positive. So when the positive charge is flowing through this, and when it comes here, it's what is it called? It bonds, not exactly bond. The thing is, if this is positively charged, it's gonna take the negative energy, and this thing would be like, it would lose its charge and it would just fall apart. And if this part is negative, let's say this thing is negative, why is my marker making weird things, whatever, yeah, let's say if this thing is negative, then the distance gap of this will increase. Okay, so this is an electroscope, and with this we can learn if an object is positively charged or negatively charged. There is a complex theory in which I think there is a complex theory by which we can understand like how much positive or negative charge in this object, but this theory is not in my area, it's like advanced stuff. So we are not going to learn about this, we are just going to learn about the things that I have to learn, so you suffer with me, whatever. Okay, so how about we go to the next topic. The next topic is actually, the thing is where we have a lot of what is it called, formulas. Okay, so in this chapter that I am reading, there are a lot of formulas because there are a lot of maths, and there are a lot of things that we have to figure out in a lot of maths, a lot type of questions. My English is just terrible, whatever. Right now I can write these, but I feel like there is no point of writing these. I mean, it could help you. Can it help you? Of course it can, but I will not be able to like properly explain which, like, every single element in this formula. Like, for example, there is a formula here which is V equals to W by Q. Okay, in here V is potential, the potential of an, I think the potential of an object. The Q, what is Q? Q is charge and W is work, right? Yeah, but like, I really won't be able to explain to you what specifically this does in English, at least, because as I just said like many times, I'm terrible in English. Is it still recording? It's still recording, very good, but I'm quite sure the writing on the board cannot be seen. Whatever, who cares, whatever. So we're not gonna write this right now, right? We're gonna skip these formulas, and I will, if I put this whole note in the description, then you guys will be able to see this. Why, by you guys I mean probably the one singular person who's gonna see this, or maybe no one, whatever. Okay, then we have in what in Bangla we called Boidutik Abesh. In English I do not know what it is called. I probably have to check it out from my book. Now, Boidutik Abesh, it might take a bit of time. Why am I doing this class in English again? Because it's dumb. It's because I am dumb. Because the world is a terrible place and I hate every single thing, including myself. I'm going to wait. 152. Okay. Yes. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. So with Abesh is electric induction. It is electric induction. একটি আহিত বস্তুকে কোন পরিবাহীর নিকট রেখে Okay, so the thing of electric induction, or in Bangla which is বৈদ্যুতিক আবেশ, is mainly you charge and specific object. Let's say I'm going to charge this object right here. This is a positive thing. This is not like, this is a base mainly, and we're not going to make it touch with another thing like this. Let's say this, we are not going to make it touch with something, but we are going to make, like, we are going to change the charge in here. charge in this object. How are you going to do this? Okay, so we have to understand the fact that each element, each anything at all has some charges in them. Generally, usually, when there is an object, uh, it's made out of particles, and particles have electrons and protons, and electrons and protons are the charges. So usually when you have something which is charged, usually it would be positively, it actually can be both charged by both ways, positive and negative, but I think it's easier to charge anything positively, yeah, because electrons can run free from their the place they are going, like how the thing is, like there is this thing, and there is thing, this is electron, this is proton, and this is proton and neutron, whatever, blah blah blah, and this is electron. Electron can run away, but proton has to stay with neutron. Because of that, like when we are charging something, it's easier to charge it with charge it positively than negatively, whatever. When we do this contraction, uh, because this part is positively charged, the positive parts of this uh, whole contraction, of this object, not actually this whole contraction, this object, this specific object will go to this side, because as we know, positive and positive, they go far away from each other, they deflect each other, I think the word is, and the positive particles will come in this side, because positive and negative try to bond with each other. They, what is the proper English word for this thing? It's, I forgot the word. They pull each other closer, whatever. So when this happens, we can add a wire which goes to the ground. Let's say this is ground. Okay, so we would connect a wire in which, that means after we do this positive part will flow through this, and it will go in the earth. This is called an earthing wire. It's connected to earth, and after we do this, after the positive charge is gone and we remove this wire, the only charge in this left is the negative charge, right? And this whole procedure is called Boideutic Abesh, or electric induction. It's electric induction. Is it still recording? It's still recording. Oh my god, whatever. Yes, after that, I hope all of you have understood what I've said. I'm probably going to see this video later and regret every single time I've made a mistake, but who cares? Whatever. Okay, Torit Khetro. Then there is the next topic is Torit Khetro, which I'm trying to find what it actually means. Okay, I'm done. Torit Khetro is mainly electric field. If everything that is charged, let's say this object, it is charged positively, it would have a certain area around it. Let's say there's a certain area around this thing in which it would either pull something closer to it, or push something away from it. Okay, so let's say we put something like an electron, like here. We are going to put an electron here, but as this electron is away from the radius of this positively charged object, the electron will not move. But let's say if we put this electron in here, as it is in the area of this object, it will come closer to the object, and that the whole field of that object is called a electric field of an object. Okay. Electric potential. What is electric potential? In Bangla it's called Torit Bibhav or actually I think it can also be called Boidyotik Vibhav, but I'm not sure. Whatever. নৌকায় পর্বতের সাথে সংযুক্ত করে আধানের প্রবাহ। Okay, so Todit Vibhav is mainly just the, what is it called? It's like difference, right? Like when there is two objects. Let's say it has 50 positive parts plus 40 50 negative parts and 40 positive parts, and this has let's say 30 positive parts and 20 negative parts. Now in the rate in which these the difference between the electron and the proton, I think that is what electric potential means. I'm not sure though. I started with confidence, but then I understood the fact that I do not understand what this is. At least I will not be able to like say this in English. I know that much, I believe myself that much. And fun fact, that's the end of the chapter. After that there are some maths, like that's it. This is like it seems like a very small chapter. It is a very small chapter if you understand it quickly enough. Whatever. There are some, okay, think about this. This is a very small and easy chapter, okay, but still I'm making a video out of it because I'm like, understanding this chapter is quite hard for me. Saying this in English, harder for me. It's like it's much harder for me than saying it in Bangla. In Bangla I would probably be able to explain it to myself better, but still I'm trying to do this. So if someone is watching it, maybe from a different country or maybe from English medium, the chances are very low. But even if someone's watching it, I want you to understand what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it in English, not exactly in Bangla. When I'm saying in Bangla, I'm very sorry for that, but I cannot explain some terms. As I have said before, I cannot explain some terms in English. That's why I have to say Bangla. And as my mother language is Bangla, when I'm usually talking, Bangla just comes up. So yeah, I hope you have understood every single thing I have said. And even if you didn't, why are you watching this video anyway? Whatever, thank you. So I'm signing off. Not exactly, I'm hoping that I'm going to make more videos of this, like this, not of this chapter, like this, of more of my study materials. So yeah, that's all. Thank you. Signing off, Adi Mahmood Aryan.